Rav, well, he's just a very simple character, really. I think we can all say he's not the most intelligent guy, but he means no harm. He's along there at the book groups just because he knows the footballers' wives, and he's seen them somewhere and he recognised them, and he finds out that they're going to this, and that's mainly why he goes there. It was quite fortunate for me because most of the other characters had to read the books that they were talking about, but as Rab, we hadn't really read any of them at all apart from the the one that he picks. I got off lightly on that.
Derek got it spot on. He was the first actor really that I saw change from the person I knew as Derek and just suddenly change into this totally different character. So I could relate to that. All the characters are very interesting. They're all quite a laugh, but I learnt a lot off him.
He came about really, yeah, I mean, from, because I lived in Glasgow for 21 years, and I think he's you see Rab type characters knocking about in Glasgow. Anybody that knows Glasgow, you see them about. And so he's a mixture of that and another guy that I knew, or that I'd met once, the kind of physicality, it's like kind of hunched overness. And that was basically where it came from, just from seeing people in Glasgow. And the stupidity just, I don't know, just came to me. The glazed over expression just came to me, while we're doing it. I think that was where it came from.
For the nerves, I was always calmed down when it was an outside scene because it was cooler, and being an outdoor person, I felt more at ease then. I did a lot of research for the role. I went to hospitals, met other people in wheelchairs, and learnt the skills, simple skills of, well, they weren't simple, of getting a chair over the curve of a pavement, going upstairs, making a cup of tea in a wheelchair. And then they ended up building a racing chair for me, and at night time I would practice being a wheelchair racer. So being able to actually do that, plus act for the first time and learn all these new skills, I mean, I was proud of myself being able to handle that. To be honest, I think the best moment was the last day. It was hell of emotional just to realise that, Christ, I've actually got through this. But it was good, It was good.
It was really hard because a lot of it was these group scenes, and you're working with a lot of people all day long, and it was really tiring. I mean, there was a lot of energy required for the kind of show that we were doing. It was very serious and very funny, and it was an exhausting and really rewarding process because things would happen during the day that you felt proud of, and you thought this is going to be really good. And maybe it didn't even wind up in the final cut of it, but there were parts of the day that were really humiliating and tiring, and then parts that were so satisfying. So it was a good day. It was a good shoot.
As a group, we worked really well together, even when we were tetchy and tired and been on set for days, and still everyone came up trumps, and you think, fuck, everyone's really good. You shouldn't swear. Everyone's really good.
Bad moments, just filming all the book group scenes because they go on forever. Because as soon as you have 7 people sitting around in a circle, you have to cover it from all the different angles and everybody's point of view. So it did mean that you were in little rooms for a long period of time. I can't remember now, a couple of days on most of them, if I remember rightly. And so that just gets a bit tiring, and trying to keep your performance up and keep it sparky and remember where you are at times when it's somebody else's shot, because you've done it so many times like that, but you've got to keep the performance up for them. And so I think that was really the hardest thing about it, was long days and doing the actual book group scenes.
I was with Lars Gotti, and we were having the argument scene, an argument about you staying at my house, and always at the end of a scene we'd go, "Det är hopplöst," which is like, you're hopeless. And there's another Swedish thing where you say yes or no and you go like that, and we both did it at the same time, and I thought, yeah, this is my favourite moment because, I don't know, it just epitomised everything about that Swedish uptight kind of, and for me that was one of my favourite moments. I remember that.
I hate doing anything that has to do with nudity. I absolutely hate doing it. I find it extremely embarrassing to be walking around in your bra and knickers. And one thing that was really embarrassing as well, in the preview of book group 1, there's a scene where I'm in my knickers and my bra and I'm bending over, and you can really, it's like this huge close-up of my ass. And this was shown in England, what, like 10 times a week? 10 times a week I've been mooning England, you know, that's kind of odd.
Worst moment for me, I didn't have one particular one, but I think when I had the flu and I came on set and I'm supposed to be darker, sexy, happy, walking into the bar, going hi and be really sexy, I had the flu and I had these chicken fillet breast things in my bra, and I felt one of them go like that and I'm like hi, and I just didn't feel very sexy or attractive or up for it that day, so I remember feeling like rubbish, and it just wasn't a good day. That's what I remember.
The episode when we are at Fist's house, and no, not Fist's, at Barney's house, and where Barney's just going mad and he's impersonating Fist on the sofa, because it was just a lot of stuff that Jimmy came up with in rehearsal again, and it was just great because it's just trying to keep a straight face while watching other actors doing their thing. I really enjoyed that that scene and the repetition of the C word in the space of about a minute was good. I just really liked that day. I thought it's just watching everybody, and everybody did really, really good stuff. And Michelle doing her tears, like she was so passionate about the book, and everybody swearing she doesn't like it. I think that was probably one of my favourite days on it, because we did a really good time with all that stuff.
Looking back, actually the nerves really helped. I mean, thank God at that time my character was quite a nervous person, so maybe the viewer was watching it going, God, he's playing this nervous guy really well, but the point was that I was nervous. Mm-hmm. But that was the hardest, really, just getting the ball rolling, because I was still learning. I didn't know what was going on.
Mm-hmm. The thing that I think the series does really well is it shows how you can read a book and it can really influence your life, because that has happened to me. I'll read something and become really excited about an idea that I never knew, or about a part of the world that I'd never been to, or a way of living, or that you could do this. I don't have a favorite book. I really don't. I wish I did, but